Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to use the Falcon attack strategy here at Town Hall 10. We're going to be going over what makes base designs weak to the Falcon, as well as spell placement. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we've got General Pepper here. He's giving you guys your first example, and why is this strategy so successful? Well, the biggest reason is you're using a queen walk. You're allowing the queen to walk, and then when the Valkyries go into the base, your queen will also go in. So kind of like the queen walk is to set one side of the funnel, and then on the opposite side of the funnel, you're using like some wizards to pick off some buildings, and then setting the funnel over here, and then allowing the Valkyries to then just work their way into the base. That's specifically what you're trying to do with this attack strategy. So the step one here is just going to be starting with a queen walk. You want to make sure that she can set a funnel, but you also want to make sure that she doesn't walk in a certain direction. So using like a baby dragon or a P.E.K.K.A. will work in this case. You don't want the queen to start walking in the direction that you don't want her to walk. Now, with this attack, it's really not, it's more on pathing than it is key objectives. So that should be your key objective. Create that easy pathing so that the Valkyries don't start wandering, like over this way or around. But you can see that in this one, the queen doesn't do that. So that's very, very good here. Now, you'll notice that he is bringing a haste there, and we'll get to the reason why later on. But you can see is that when General Pepper drops in those Valkyries, he also drops in the bowlers. And you can see is that what these Valkyries are going to do is break the wall. They are very, very good at this. You can just see how strong they are when they are just blasting through those walls. And again, using the max poison to take out the loon is also a really good idea. Now, the Valkyries are just so good at breaking through walls. Like you can see in this replay, using the heals and the rage spells, very, very, like, you know, scattered through the base, but using the rage spells, well, they'll just break through walls. Look at this. They just completely broke through all of these wall sections here. So definitely something to consider when you're going to use this attack strategy. You want to make sure that you can get the most out of your rage spells. And definitely you can see that General Pepper did. So what you'll also see is that he is using the Stone Slammer here on the back end of the base to then just allow him to start working all the way over here, where then it'll pop into loons where you can use the haste spell. That's a good idea here, as the haste is primarily really good with the loons and not really much other, like, you know, troops. So you can see that when he places the haste spell, it's just going to be going through the rest of those defenses that are there, keeping the loons from, you know, getting hit multiple times like that Tesla there. However, again, still doing a great job at basically completely destroying this base. I know I accidentally paused it there. But there you guys go. There's your first example, and let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. So we've got this one again, and you're going to notice here with this base is kind of notice how, like, it's not, like, extremely compartmentalized. So if you, like, see, like, this one, like, a lot of 9x9s here in this one. You can see even this one that's right here. There's a lot of, like, of these big compartments, and it's definitely going to be able to, or it's going to be pretty easy to get those Valkyries into the base and then start taking out those buildings that are within. So now you'll see is that Jagerbomb is going to show you guys this example. Again, starting off with the queen walk, this time using a Valkyrie, a wizard, and a giant to create the other side of the funnel. So be very unique when you're using this attack. So you definitely want to make sure that the queen doesn't wander onto the side you don't want her to start walking to. But that really gives you guys a really good idea of just being creative with your funnel. You don't always have to use wizards and baby dragons and all of that. You can just use that. That works really well too. So definitely that's really easy to replicate here. So now you can see is that Jagerbomb created a very good funnel on this side of the base, making it very easy for him to just then start sending in the Valkyries. Again, going through the base. Their primary job is to get those bowlers in, and breaking those walls is their primary job. And even under that freeze, the heal spell will be able to help keep them alive under, you know, the ice golem's freeze. However, you'll see is that, again, using the heal spell over it is a good idea, as, you know, those Valkyries are going to get toasted if they don't. So you can see that the Valkyries work through the base very, very well, keeping the bowlers going through and breaking a ton of walls. You can kind of see how they kind of went like this through the base, just kind of breaking in to this base. And using the Stone Slimer on the back end of the base to take out the Expo, and then just working through the rest of the base. And again, using a haste. You want to make sure that you use that haste over those defenses. And even though he didn't use it over, like, you know, the other majority of those defenses, the Queen Walk is still alive. So you can definitely see why this attack strategy is very, very strong. And the Stone Slimer is just beyond insane with this attack strategy with the loons. So definitely give this attack strategy a try. We are going to be looking at one last replay for you guys with this attack strategy to give you guys the best example of how to 3-star with this attack strategy. So definitely all that I can say with this one is really be unique with how you do this attack strategy. So let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright guys, so we've got our last example, and Leon here is going to be bringing in the original Falcon. He's bringing in the hogs here with this one. So the new Falcon that doesn't use the hogs and instead uses the bowlers, you can definitely still dominate bases that use this one. So what are the hogs primarily used for? They're used for the back end of the base. But what you'll see is that where that town hall is really matters when you're using the wall wrecker. It's a big thing, and it's almost something that you need to think about. So what Leon here is going to show you guys how you guys can identify the base to where this town hall won't really mean anything, and he's still going to be able to dominate with this one. So definitely be very unique with your Falcon attacks, because you can use this one too. And you can see, again, using a baby dragon to set a funnel to make sure that the queen does not wander. However, using a wizard and a Valkyrie, again, being very creative with allowing his queen to funnel into the right direction. This time using the king on the opposite side to basically be able to open up that bait or set a funnel on the opposite side, and starting to send in the Valkyries and the wall wrecker gonna go in and basically go towards that town hall. So you'll see where he sends them is kind of like this, in that direction. So now the wall wrecker here is actually going to be your primary source to opening up compartments second to the Valkyries. Or first to the Valkyries, I guess you could say. Since its primary job is to break walls. Next to the Stone Slimer, I guess. But you can still see is that the Valkyries work very, very well through the base. And again, using the heals and rage spells there to open up the base with the Valkyries and not just the wall wrecker. And you're going to see is that he still has hogs available, and you are going to see why. Boom. He's going to save a heal, a freeze, and a rage for them. So you don't have to always do that. However, when you're using the hogs on the back end, that's usually a really good idea to keep a heal there for them. Just because you almost can't survive a multi-target inferno with hogs unless you have a heal spell. So it's a good idea to bring a heal spell there, and he really gives you a really good example of how to basically go through the space. I know I had like 2 voice cracks in like less time, so don't worry about that. But you can still see Leon here gets it done with the back end hogs, working through the base, again using the rage spell there to rage up those hogs. Raged up hogs are deadly, so definitely think about that when you're using this one. So you guys go, that is going to be the video. Hopefully you guys learned something from this from this video, and hopefully you guys do enjoy this attack strategy. So definitely share this one with your clanmates. It is almost a must-use strategy here at Town Hall 10. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe for more of my content. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully you guys will also help with that. And if you guys want to go ahead and join the Exit Humanity family, go ahead and join their Discord if you guys have what it takes. That link is in the description below. And follow me on the social with Twitter and Discord. Those links are also going to be in the description below as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.